Welcome to the What Honed You Show.
where we externalize your internal champion.
What is good? What is good? We are back with another episode for y'all. Man, we even got Trevor back in the house. How was your vacation?
It was good. I
Well,
sat around. I did nothing.
That's nice, right?
The best. So
I
we
know.
snowboarded the second day we got there, and snow sucked, but my wife got really sore.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, I'm too sore to go today." And I was like, "Sweet," because I
Just
grew up
chilled.
snowboarding. So it's like when you don't have to go out there and work, I just wanted to chill. So
Nice.
it was cool. It was fun to get out there and do a little riding and fuck around a little bit. But yeah, it was a chill week for sure.
Well, I'm glad you got out and away from the building. We missed you around here. But that being said, today's guest, popular demand. I mean, wouldn't you not say, Terrence? He's like on all over the comments. People want to have Cory, the Sandman Hagen.
Nailed it.
Got him, coach. Got him. I'm on point. Where's my
you-
clap?
Did you do that on purpose?
I did it good.
No, you didn't.
Unreal. You didn't do that
No.
on purpose.
So-
oh my god,
told
dude.
you.
Sir slurs
This
a
guy's
lot.
an idiot.
Sir slurs a lot. Practice 10 times. But you set
Wait,
him up. You said
wait.
that was right. Like you did fuck
Wait,
with him.
that's not
No, he
it.
set you up. No, it's not it. Sandman Sandhagen. Not
You said it was the Hagen.
Luke, I
Oh
was
my-
joking.
He was
Well, you
joking.
can't joke with me like this. I'm too serious, dude. I'm
Dude,
the
you-
host of the show, and I take my job very serious.
How do you spell host? And don't spell hostess.
HOST.
See, he's
Host.
smarter than I thought.
Let's
Good job.
go. I'm ready, man. Give me some. If I had Bailey's in this bitch, we'd be on.
What's the difference between the breakers and the normal ones?
Ooh, that's a good question. So the breakers have
Dude,
like,
I
curious.
tried these things and I was like, dude, I didn't get
they have like
lightheaded
a
at all.
little
You have to break them.
thing in there. And you
Oh.
pop. Man, it's flavorful. They're
Mm.
good, and the other ones don't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
So they didn't work. I was like, they're not really strong at all. And I thought I'd get like lightheaded.
Mhm.
I didn't feel them at all. And they're like, oh, you have to break them.
yeah, they're good. I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, my wife loves it because it makes your breath smell better than others.
We were thinking about taking them to like a taekwondo gym, and they'd be like, "Kills, could be breaking these bitches. You'd be holding them. Reverse spin heel kick.
I needed
Fucking
this.
breakers,
I needed
dude,
this
you know what
before
I'm saying?
Justin's fight because he thought he was crowning Justin on the fight. What round was that?
So, I'm lost. Say it
Remember when
again?
you said, "You have any gum?" You
Oh yeah.
remember?
Oh, bro. So I was on one on that night. That night I got fired up like a mother. I usually don't get fired up, but in the corner,
What, in his last fight?
in the corner, I walk up there. And it was after the third round where Justin started to go backwards, started to
Yeah.
allow Patty to push him back.
He
and
got
I was
beat up
like,
that round.
and I was like, bro, what the fuck are you thinking? Like,
What are you doing? Yeah.
like you need to fucking bite down, get your ass out, and start pushing him. And dude, I was like letting him have it, dude.
Like in his face.
And he goes like this. He gave me like the 90210, you know, like what? Like he put his hand in my face, like speak to the hand, coach. And then he goes like this. He goes, I need some air, because you know a lot of
air.
times when you're in there, like people, like you got the cut man, you got everybody just surrounding you. So first thing I thought was, first off, let me get you some space, speak to you from a distance, and make sure I get my instructions through. And I was walking back to the corner. I was like, anybody got any gum? Because my mouth is dry as shit right now, and it's probably funk breath, you know. And I had a fighter, an amateur boxer, very high level amateur boxer, who had told me, he's like, Coach, I could not wait to get back out there. And I was like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? This is like, we're driving home from Kansas City. And he's like, dude, he's like, Coach, he's like, bro, your breath smells so bad. He's like, I just couldn't wait to get off the stool and get back out there fighting again. And I'm like, you know, when you're like, I cannot wait till this break is over
Oh man.
because your breath smells. So I would chew gum so many times, but I thought it was breath. We talked to Justin afterwards.
Yeah,
he just
no,
said he needed some air.
He was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
claustrophobic, like just hot. But if we had these,
We
would've
we
done-
do work pretty closely where I can smell your breath sometimes. And
Oh,
I know
yeah.
you can smell mine too.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's what I'm talking
I know,
about. you know?
sometimes I feel bad. I'm
I do it mainly for defensive reasons, because when I see your head start to bob and weave,
Yeah.
I gotta keep you moving. You know what I'm
Keep
saying?
moving. So, Cory, I guess, first of all, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on. You've been a part of the, coming in Onyx now for quite some time now. You got the man helping you out now. And I've known you since you were in high school, coming in the gym with us. And you've known him just as long then. I mean, you were literally just a young kid coming in to the gym, and I just was ever so fascinated with you because how much dedication you have had through this whole point. I mean, you're a grown ass man now,
I know.
and you have been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, out of all the guys that have came in here and then we've been gone here, and all the fighters that's quit or retired or whatever, I always say that your fighter IQ is so one of the best I've ever seen.
Mm.
Do you agree, Trevor?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like he's to the point on the speed bag now. He's teaching me. It's like I see him doing moves. I'm like, here, try this one, and he's like, oh yeah, we got something else, and I'm like,
right.
he shows me something I've never seen that before. Yeah, he's definitely fight IQ is up there, but just from an athletic standpoint, your skill set is crazy good.
Yeah,
it's amazing how fast you catch things.
Yeah, I'm a lot more athletic than I look because I know I don't look athletic at all.
Dude, you look right now. You look like you should be up in the hills.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Shivering a little whittle. You're whittling, whittling, and he's like, I'm gonna go up get me a buck tomorrow. Whittle a stick.
Yeah.
That's what it look like. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, growing up though, I grew up playing basketball or whatever, but I grew up playing all of the sports, and I think that's dude. I didn't do anything else except for play sports my entire life.
Me
so,
too.
Like, I don't know. I just picked things up really quickly,
Were you like a honor roll student though in school?
No.
Really?
I could give a shit less about school.
Really?
Oh yeah. So in high school, I had to get I couldn't get anything less than a C or else I would get grounded. But like C's in high school are like easy to make.
My parents would have died if I would have got a C. I got D's and F's, bro. That's what I got.
Yeah, and then so I wanted to go to CU Boulder, just because that's where most of my friends were going. So I got deferred the first time where they're pretty much like, we're gonna see if how your next semester goes or whatever. And then I was like, oh, okay, I guess I got to do good. And then I got like straight A's that year, but I just didn't give it. I don't care about it. I didn't care about anything.
Really?
All I liked was sports.
Me too.
That's all that I
That's
liked.
it. Like all I could think about.
Yeah.
I'd go throw a ball just against a brick wall,
Yeah.
play baseball by myself, just throw the ball, catch grounders.
Really?
I was shoot a basketball up on the roof, wait for it to come down. Same thing with a football.
Yeah.
Always doing something like as
Dude,
a sport. I loved it.
I always felt so dumb growing up too, because I was like, oh, I don't get good grades. I don't like pick things up, blah blah. But it's just because I didn't care about any of that stuff at all. But I kind of felt dumb my whole life. But I just didn't give a shit about anything else except for like training and all of that stuff.
So when you started coming into the gym and becoming a mixed martial artist, like, was it like, oh, this is something I want to do? Like,
Yeah.
you do it from when you started.
Yeah, pretty much when I started watching it on TV, I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yeah, like it was during the WEC days, so it was a bunch of guys my size too. Like they weren't buff and jacked, and they were just like little guys my size. And I was always really small growing up. I think when I got into high school, I was maybe 4'8". And then my junior, senior year, I shot up like a foot or whatever. But I was always really tiny growing up, so I like fighting wasn't something that I did. I would just get beat. I mean, I would fight a little bit, but I was never like, oh, I'm gonna be good at this. But then when I watched those guys on TV have some serious skills, I was like, oh shit, like that looks cooler than the bigger muscly guys doing stuff because they're just faster and more dynamic
quick,
and stuff.
yeah.
So yeah, I liked it pretty much immediately. And it was pretty much all I would watch on TV when I could. And then when I signed up at the gym, it was all that I did with all of my time.
I know you were there from after school till it closed.
Yeah.
I remember it.
And he wasn't there to hang out.
No.
That's the coolest thing I remember. And I mean, you're still like that when we go on sparring days. Corey has this way about him where he just paces, and he'll just, I come up, give him knucks, and from day one, you did that.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the people when I ran gyms are there to hang out. Like they hang out for 30 minutes afterwards, all talking. Like if you're hanging out, it's sitting down and you have a deep conversation about what move that you guys just did, or you're taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, you're not the guy that's like hanging out. Hey, where are you guys going afterwards? Like obviously you guys go out and do stuff in the park and do some type of sports. I see you do stuff like that. But when it comes to inside the gym, you're always so focused. And that's what it takes. It takes, I remember my dad, he played very high level baseball. And that's what he told me. He's like, if you're sitting down on the couch, you ain't going to get better at anything. Go out there. And that's where I learned how to play sports by myself or with my friends. If they had to go in, I always had a ball in my hand. I was always doing something. And you have to be obsessed like that to be, athletic. And then when it comes to this sport, like I was kind of lazy. I was small too. I was 4'11", 92 pounds all the way through 11th grade. So very similar to you. Then I grew. But being a type of kid who's always being bullied, like that was a big thing for me. Like I was always like, man, I was a small kid, but I was fast. Like when I was little, I was fast as fuck. And then I got tall and I got these giraffe legs, and all of a sudden I became very awkward. But man, sports are such an important thing for kids. Certain kids, like I needed a release. I was so fucking hyper. If I wasn't playing sports,
Yeah.
dude, I was getting in trouble for sure.
Yeah, I got a lot of energy, like mental energy, physically energy that I got to get out at all times. But I mean, yeah, the pacing around and stuff, man. I really think that I train as much as I can, as much as like my body will kind of let me during the week. So I think it's about time and focus, and obviously you got to love what you do. But the focus piece is totally so much in your control that the worst days that I feel like I have is when I show up to sparring and I'm like joking around and then I'm thinking about something that happened earlier in the day or something I got to do later or whatever, and then I leave the sparring session like, dude, you didn't. I mean, maybe you got better, but you didn't focus at all. So that like irritates me when I feel that feeling after training. So that's why I get like that as before, because it's like it's only an hour that I gotta like be super locked in for it and be focused, and so it's not acceptable to me to like not come in focused because it's totally in my control.
Oh,
how
I
focused
see it
I
all
am.
the time with you. I mean, that's why I'm like, I don't even fuck with you. I'm like, oh, there's Cory. He's locked in.
But that's
himself.
a cool thing because it's that's a hard thing for me. If someone talks to me, it's hard for me to push someone away.
Yeah.
He's so good at it. Like to be a no man in a situation like that is so good. When we were at the Figgy fight, when you fought Figgy, I was so blown away because I planted all these seeds as what we should do in the fight. Carrington Banks, the head coach, dropped a whole bunch of stuff throughout camp, and he really let the reins go on that one because he would pretty much coach himself throughout his whole career, is what I learned. And then he's like, "Hey, I trust everything you guys are doing." Dude, during our pre-workout day of the fight, dude, we do this workout, and he's like, "Hey, everybody, sit down," and he starts blasting out. All right, if this happens, I need to do this. If this happens, I need to do this. Dude, he was so dialed in with everything that we had spoke about where I'm like, you didn't miss a piece.
Yeah.
And you kept it so simple where you weren't, or I could tell you weren't overthinking it. And then you were like, if this happens, Trevor, I need you to say it this way. Like we work for the fighter. And having that is such a unique thing. It was the funniest thing because Cory, after he gets done, we have our little conversation, dude, and Cory gets up and goes up to his room, and Carrington's like, "Hey, I want to have a talk with the coaches." So we sit down, and it's me, Ryan, and Banks, and he starts, talking about the coaching, what I want to see in the corner, which is freaking awesome, the best. Like everybody's dialed in, everybody's focused, and then I sit back, and everybody who was in the room, there's like 3 groups of fighters that are in the room doing we got there early, so we were the first ones, and then groups started coming in. It was so awesome because the fighter took everybody aside. They're like, they all started having these like team meetings.
Oh, really?
Dude, and I was blown away. I was like, dude, Cory just set the tide for everybody there. It was so cool. These were high level guys, all main carders. And just how they seen the focus of what the team was that you set up and dialed in. That's what it takes to be great. To be great, you have to, it's up to you. Like he could say Trevor's a great coach, but I can't win him that fight. Like that is the one thing about fighting. Like it's nice to have people that have your back when it comes to fighting, but we can't do shit for you. Yeah. We can support you. We can try to give you the right information, but it is up to you. And that's something that you should take if you're in this sport, any sport, really. If you want to be great at something, it is completely up to you. Obviously, you want to put yourself around the right people. If you want to be a millionaire, put yourself around millionaires. You're going to have a lot better chance of becoming a millionaire. You have to be dialed in and focused on you, so you can only hold yourself accountable. And I love that part about you, Cory. Is it's like I got so sick when I ran gyms is training people who I didn't think that they wanted to do it for me. They wanted to do it for their girlfriend. They wanted to do it for all the wrong fucking reasons. Where I'm like, dude, why are you doing this shit for someone else? Do it for yourself. And it stands out with you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that everyone's responsible for their own life. Like I don't get to blame anyone if I lose a fight because I should have brought something up, or I should have been more organized, or I should have asked more questions, or whatever it is, So, those meetings. I think that I had a lot of really good coaching growing up, and really, really good training partners coming through. I think that I just have always carried kind of a leader personality a little bit, or as far as like my stuff goes, like I want to be in charge of my stuff a little bit. So there's a lot of that growing up in the sport and stuff, but it just kind of became a lot in my career recently where I was like, dude, I got to kind of pass this off to some people, because you just get older and you get busier and like stuff like that. So Yeah, so it's been really helpful having you and Banks do a lot of that stuff. I also had really, really good coaching. I mean, I think that is a lot of the reason why I am where I am, is just because I had really good training partners, really good coaching my entire time. But when it comes down to like who wins the fight, I'm the guy that wins the fight. So it's my responsibility to make sure everyone's online. And even if it's kind of sometimes feels a little oversteppy, I never really, they know that, like, you understand why I'm doing that, why
Yep.
we're having a meeting, and why I'm making sure that everything is going to be just, you just got to have those conversations so that everyone can, so that I can be comfortable. Sometimes they're just more for me than they are for anyone else. You know?
Absolutely.
And that's like knowing your fighter, right? Like, and
Absolutely.
like
That's
knowing
a
your
key
fighter,
point.
Yeah.
Like, the hard part is like what I notice a lot when there's new coaches a part of a team, or I'm around other people who are asking me questions about coaching, and they're like, "Man, my fighter, there's one that trains here who's got a couple of UFC guys," and he had said, "Man, my fighters seem like they don't like me. Like, maybe can you have a conversation with them, Trevor? Like, I don't know if they're wanting to leave me." And I'm like, "Don't put that in your head. Like,
Yeah.
the whole thing is now it's getting close to the fight week. You become a punching bag." I had Ali standing outside of Cavaro's room one time, and we have to go to the weigh-ins, and he's like, "We have to go!" Like, and dude, Camaro just yelled at Ali because he's trying to set up all these appearances. Ali's a great guy, great manager. He's setting up all these appearances, so dude, Camaro's just so irritated by him, and he's trying to be the alpha there. So he comes over and he's like, Trevor, he's like, Camaro's like my best friend, and he's like treating me so bad. It was so funny, dude, and I was like, bro, be a punching bag. They're right all the time, and they're the ones that are fighting. They're the ones that are dealing with the emotions, the piece to it. Like, we're not here for ourselves. We're here to mentor. Like, this is a piece to be able to help someone succeed, and you need to have those conversations. Like, that's what I love about you, is he has very, precise. When we first started training together, and I've known him for so long, he's like, "You talk too much," and I was like, "Exactly, I know that really good. I've had a lot of people tell me that." Like, but the way he meant it is like when you explain it, I explain things in many different ways so I can figure out how do you take the information. And then after time, he's like, "Oh, I like when you talk it this way." So we get to learn each other. But you have to be like, don't fucking worry about hurting people's feelings. We're in the fight game. Yeah. Go out there, be transparent, and that's how you grow together. Like, the whole thing is I want to know what works for you the best way. And if it gets to the point where my breath is stinking like a motherfucker, say, "Hey, damn, you got to pop something up in that shit." That's you have to be transparent, and that the whole key is we're working together. You have to know how to be a team, and don't worry about your feelings being hurt.
So on that same note, though, Cory, you started working with Trevor, and I felt like you've always been in the gym around with all of us and stuff like that. In your career, but what has one thing that stood out to you with Trevor?
Trevor, okay, so I think that there's like people usually lean in two different directions when it comes to like giving instruction or in being able to understand stuff. And I think that it's like people lean really conceptual or they lean really detailed. And I think that really good coaches do a good job of understanding both. And I think you do a really good job of that. I think that I'm a very conceptual thinker. I'm just like hey, if you give me a task, like I'll navigate my way towards it in the way that I want to do it. But that's not always the best way to do things, especially when you have people that can be like, "No, if you do it like X, Y, and Z, you will get the outcome that you want," And I'm a bit of a free thinker and kind of like an artsy guy too. So I kind of like being like, "No, I want to make this my own," But like I said, you get to a certain point and you're like, man, like, not only am I really close to winning a world championship, but I also got a lot of shit going on in my life too. Yeah. So maybe I don't have the time to clock those hours the same way I did when I was like 21, 22, when I didn't have a wife and like other things going on in my life where I could go into the gym and just figure things out for hours and hours and hours, which is what I used to do. But I think that there's those types of thinkers. And then I think that there's coaches that can just show like a detailed technique but not be able to tell you when to do it. And I think that really good coaches are able to teach you how to do things like properly. Like, you're really big on that. I notice coaches, it's like you see just the little hair differences of like the way to throw a jab or the way to throw a kick, or if my shoulder comes a little bit too much forward instead of leaving it back and stuff like that. There's that. And then being able to tie that into the concept of like, no, what we're trying to do is push this person back, or what we're trying to do is get them to square up to us. And then that's when you do the technique. So I think that I think that that's a really important thing to
Yeah.
be able to do as a coach. But I honestly didn't get a ton, and probably because a lot of the coaches I had before knew that I'm a very conceptual thinker too. But I didn't get a lot of like do things exactly like this. And like I said, now that I'm a little older, I really like that, you know,
Yeah.
and I really learned to appreciate
Well, it's
that.
worked good for you too, though. You know what I mean? It's obviously worked good.
Yeah.
And you know, in you, Trevor, you get to work with guys like the elite of elite, right? Like Kamaru, Gaethje's. I mean, you've had just a pile of elite fighters. What stands out on him that you work with him now?
Oh, the last thing I was gonna say too, and then there's like cheerleader coaches too. There's like the
Dude, I'm so
conceptual,
good with pom poms.
detailed, and then the cheerleader coach who's like a really good organizer and you do all three, you know, not like cheerleader, but like running, but like running things and
Put
being
shit
like,
on the board.
hey,
and
like I'm
everything.
taking care of you mentally as well as I'm taking care of you physically too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, all of those things.
There's
together, you know?
nothing better than when you hear me in the background when you're at a fight and you're like, give me a W, give me an I, give me an N.
Give me a Hagen. Give me a
You set me
Hagen.
up for failure, bro. That's fucked up.
But I think you'd make a really good cheerleader, dude.
No.
I do. I think you would look really good in like one of those little ruffle skirts.
Yeah, you got the tits.
Wow. That,
tits,
dude, our last podcast, dude, he was lactating, so it was like coming through his shirt.
Jesus.
It makes the story better.
It does. So tell me, what does stand out on Cory?
The fight IQ, the intelligence in the storm. One thing that really stood out to me over the time of watching him was how defensively savvy he was when he was blitzing on people. There's a technique that we worked when I was boxing, and it was called, eating leather, and you eat leather with the forehead. And you had to learn how to take punches. So if you were turning your head away from punches, the coach would say, hey, you need to drop your hands. And every shot that they throw, meet it with your forehead and try to slide it off the top of your head when you meet it with the forehead. Don't dip. Make sure it's catching your forehead first. The way that he would slip shots and walk people down, and it's like this just part in the hair where he's feeling the glove. And then when a jab comes at him and he's right at the right point, and he's attacking, he's acting like a magnet to it right as it goes back. Those are some of the hardest things to be able to teach yourself or be able to just create patterns of, that they become somewhat subconscious. And those things stand out so well. And then coachability index, the ability. Again, what stood out to me when we started coaching, because I've known him for so long, I would message him after fights and awesome job. And, I'd always try to just be there as a friend, because he trained at a few of my gyms and through some of the coaches that I coached. So I was always a fan of him, but from that standpoint of there's so many things you just can't teach, where you like to fight, you like to be in there, and you can tell he really enjoys that. And that coachability index, when I first started working with him, he reminded me a lot of Nate Marquardt. Nate Marquardt was one of those guys that made me a better coach, because he'd be like, well, why would I do that, Trevor? Or, like, when would I do that? So I'd have to, create the answers. And it made me a deeper thinker on everything that I was going to tell Nate is very similar. It's got to have some backbone to it. And I enjoy that. Like, when I can talk to someone that is very intelligent, you can talk at a high level and you gather things from each other. Like, I like to be around people that I don't make better, that we make each other better. Yeah. And he's one of those guys that makes me better. Like, I learn so much every time I get to work with you. You keep me growing, because there's the last thing you want to do in this sport is flatline. Even as a coach, you can coach longer than you can fight. But gets a point when it gets stale, it becomes very tough. So being able to have people that really challenge me in that area, in a good way, is really beneficial. So I think you have something that's so unique. And you had mentioned that your purpose was going to be the most dynamic MMA fighter out there from all directions. And your ability in your wrestling has grown so much in just the time that I've known you. You've always had good wrestling, but not great wrestling. And we started with the defense, and what Carrington Banks has been doing with you is it's like these stages, just how I teach the striking. We start with defense, we start with position, and then we move into the offensive pieces. You've grown so much there. And I do think you're probably the most dynamic guy that I've ever worked with. And usually when I get a dynamic guy, it's a dynamic guy in one area. And that's really cool.
Yeah. That's one thing I'm blown away, because I knew you were Mr. Basketball player in high school, right? You never wrestled or anything. Mm-hmm. I would have never guessed that if I didn't know that, right? Like, I watch you wrestle now, and just the way you can get up to your feet and cause scrambles, it fucking is mind-blowing, bro. It really is. Yeah. And like even the fight with, what's his name? Marab. Like, your way of getting up, and like, you fought a badass wrestler and he couldn't hold you down.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wrestling's a tricky one for anyone out there that, is trying to learn it and didn't grow up doing it because it's almost like ball sports where if you didn't throw like the coordination piece just isn't there, but it's just different because it's like your body, like where to put your weight, where you feel things, all of that
Yeah.
stuff. So, man, that takes so many reps and stuff, but Banks is like hands-on coach. So, dude,
Hands-on. Yeah.
so he's been coaching me probably for 4 or 5 years now, but we sometimes just like for a really long time, we just hand fought
Really?
in order for me to just be able to understand how to do that. It's like playing catch. Like if
Absolutely.
you were not coordinated, we would just play catch, for like
Yeah.
for years. And then I started to pick it up, and then now we can kind of build off of that. But wrestling's a tricky thing because it's like ball sports where if you didn't grow up doing stuff like
Yeah.
that, it's really it's just really difficult to understand.
Speaking of that, now that you're in the UFC and you're like one of the top, guys in the sport, what have you gotten from the sport? Like, what have you gotten? What stood out in you in the UFC and everything? You're looking back at the high school kid and you when you started coming to the gym to look where you're at now. Like, what have you gotten out of the UFC?
I feel like fighting's taught me everything that there is to kind of know about life. I think that it's taught me a lot of stuff, obviously, about learning and how to actually get good at something. And then I think it's taught me a lot about relationships and how to have good relationships. That's one that I think I've messed up a lot, but it's taught me a lot about it, and I've learned a lot about that. I think that it's taught me, how to be how to be a good winner, how to be a good loser, and it's taught me how to handle failure. It's literally it taught me how to be a good husband. It taught me how to understand my feelings and how to like work through those things. It taught me to understand fear. It taught me how to understand setting a goal and striving for it. It taught me how to be strong in my mind. Fighting's literally taught me everything that I feel like I know about life, and it landed in my life in like a really important time. When you're 17 years old, you're kind of you're forming your identity, but you're forming your adult identity after, especially a little bit after college where you're like, oh man, like I'm in this now as like a human being who has to act like an adult a little bit. What type of adult do I want to be? And this thing has just shaped me into the person that I am today. So
Yeah, well, I mean, we enjoy having you around here. I mean, you're fun. And that's kind of like the next thing I wanted to talk about is like your personality. Like, I've known you for a while, but I really didn't know you until I started popping your IG, following you on your IG, and I'm like, this guy has like two different personalities.
Oh,
I thought you
yeah.
told me it was his OnlyFans.
Yeah,
You're like, dude, he's showing everything, Trevor.
well,
His eyes
like,
were all like big. He's like
was-
drooling. He's like,
well, what was
You're
it?
gonna
What was it?
reinforce. Everyone thinks I really show my
dude, it's
balls
the best.
off.
That's why I got to
I
reinforce
know.
it, dude. It's the best. It's the best thing that when you can say shit like that. Like,
Oh.
dude, so I got to tell you a quick little story. Dude, we were so we went to Walmart, and then me and Banks went and hung out in this mall, at one of the fights. And dude, we went into this nice trophy store, like for all professional athletes. Dude, there was a picture of him on the wall, and I was like, Banks, oh my God, Corey's in here for playing basketball. I never knew you played for the Celtics. And then, dude, he tells me, he's like, dude, that's Larry Bird. And I was like, dude, I thought it was like you in the high green socks, dude. You know what I'm saying? Up in the air. I had a visual, but yeah, he's not Larry Bird. But it's a dumb. I just made everybody dumber. Sorry. Let's stay on topic. He keeps kicking me every time I get off topic. What were we talking about?
But that's what I'm saying is like, so like you come up with these skits, your IG's
Oh, yeah.
funny, like literally, like where does this come from?
I like honestly, I wish that I could write skits for people that weren't myself.
Yeah.
But I'm like the product that I got to
yeah.
sell, which kind of is a weird thing for me because I would rather be behind the camera just like writing all the stuff or creating stuff. And I think that that's just my personality, man. For a really long time, I didn't really like fighting. Like, I'm one of those guys, I don't like my birthday. Like, don't sing me happy birthday.
I'm the
Like,
same
don't
way,
do that
yeah.
stuff, Like, I like just creating stuff. And I don't get much of a connection from being like the thing
Yeah.
that's doing it. I have more of a connection to art and to life when I feel like I'm making cool things on my own, just by myself. So, yeah, I mean, the skits and stuff I think are pretty good, but I wish that I could make them for like other people because
Yeah.
the parts that I really enjoy about doing those things is just writing them and like making something funny, and then
Yeah.
I wish that
We
I
should
didn't
do a
have to go be
cartoon.
the star of it.
Yeah.
Like it'd be fun because you could be the character, you could be the voice actor.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
dude,
I would
I
do
watched
that.
this thing on South Park, like behind the scenes,
Uh-huh.
and they always wait till like they waited to the last, so they don't sleep for like the last 3 days, and all their workers are there. But I was watching them like do the acting on the voice, and it's just both of those guys back there. They're doing everybody's voices, and the way they would laugh in between shit, like they were talking about what was the iPad part where they sewed everybody's butts to the mouths, and the Oriental dude's the front. He's like, "What should I have this mother burrito? Oh, the cuttlefish." And he's like, "Oh no, not the cuttlefish." He's like, oh my god, it
seen
was
that
so
video.
funny. We should do that shit. That would be fun.
I
would
used
enjoy
to
that.
I used to really want to be like someone that would write the South Park
Yeah, I
stuff.
could
I
totally
used to
see you
really
doing
want to
that.
do something like that.
I
yeah.
could
Just the way
totally
they're
see
laughing,
it,
dude.
yeah.
It was like they were like busting up every time they do the voice, and just the stupid shit that they're saying. It'd be so fun.
Doesn't it look so fun?
It looks so fun.
That looks like a dream job. You just go in and hang out with your friends, and then just create like
And just
something
create.
Yeah.
hilarious.
That's why I said you'd be so good at that because I look at well like what do you call that one where you do your back and forth?
The brother.
the
The
troll,
brother? Yeah, dude. Oh my
the
god.
brother.
That's your brother, right? Is that supposed to be your brother?
I guess he can't. He
Yeah.
can't be my brother.
Dude, we got to do one for you. I want to see your brother.
Bro, I literally the first time I seen that, I
It was
literally
so funny,
pissed
dude.
my
Oh,
pants,
it was
bro.
awesome,
I
dude.
was
Tanner
done.
sent it to me, and I was like, it was so funny.
That
That's a good
was
one.
probably the best one you've ever done, honestly. I
Yeah.
swear.
So we're at the UFC, and we're doing our pre-fight interviews, and we go on the table, and everybody's up on the table. Senko, Wittman, and they all want to do his skit. And they have to like do it, and they make his eyes all big, and they were all so bad.
Yeah.
They were so bad. And then
Yeah.
Corey's like, "Can I do it? I'll make it." You can tell everybody was uncomfortable too. Like DC tried it. It was awkward as shit. It's just
Yeah.
like we really wasn't going the way
It's
that I
a
think the producer
one-of-a-kind
wanted.
deal, dude.
And then when you did it, it like loosened everybody up, and it was just so awesome, bro.
It is awesome. I love it. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out because you need to do another one, honestly.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
It's
Corey-
it's
Corey, what's your favorite skit you've done?
Okay. The fan favorite was when I pretended to do mushrooms in the mountains.
But
Really?
my
That was awesome.
personal favorite is pretending that me, O'Malley, Petteryan,
Yeah, the house.
Song, and Marab were roommates.
Yeah.
And that no one liked living with Marab because he jerked off really loud in his bedroom. That to me is super
Dude, when you
funny.
guys went out in front of the door, when Jose was out there in front of the door, or Luis, excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No one
that
thought
was-
that one was that
I
funny,
love-
but
I
that
liked
to
it.
me is hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, it's
It
just
was
funny
so
how
funny,
you
bro.
use like your competitors in your skits and everything. I find it just awesome. And I think, a lot of the guys, you can hear it on their interviews. Oh, it's funny how he's doing his social media and everything.
Yeah,
I
well,
enjoy it.
it's hard to be tasteful and like
Yep.
but also still get attention,
Yep.
because a lot of this is selling fights, which
You
means
have
getting
facts.
attention and stuff,
Yeah.
So it's hard to be tasteful. So I figure if I make fun of myself more than I make fun of everyone else, I kind of get a pass on making fun of people sometimes, like-
That's the best part, right?
Yeah.
Like being able to tell a story about yourself. It's like when I was doing the ESPN thing, I was like, let me talk shit about things that's happened to me. It'll make me a lot more comfortable to critique someone because it's hard
Yeah.
for me to critique
Mhm.
if I can't critique myself because who am I over these guys?
Mhm.
So I do think that's the fun part is when you get to do it yourself. Then it's like, hey, it's like him with his not knowing how to pronunciate words, me not knowing how to say people's names. Like I'm obviously gonna be screwing people's names up purposely because I like to.
Yeah,
it's
that's
fun,
me too.
but it's like one of those things you gotta have fun doing shit.
I think that the UFC is trending in that direction anyways, where they like to see these really tough guys be kind of silly. Like before it was like who could sell the most dramatic fight, like Conor, Khabib, people pushing each other at the weigh-ins and all of that stuff. But now what I see get clipped the most is people kind of clowning each other in like a little bit of a light way, you know what I mean? So
Well, I think it's a new and it's fun and it's entertaining. It's entertainment. I mean, that's what it is. It's entertainment business, right? And I do find it. I find it more enjoyable than watching guys, headbutt each other at the face off. And I'd rather see what you guys do on social media. It's more
And you
enjoyable.
need your social media, so you have to come up with a way. Because if you're just
Yeah.
doing the same old typical stuff, it makes it very tough and dry. So I like how you switched that up and did that. That's cool.
Yeah. I wanted to give you a shout out on that because, most guys wouldn't do that. And I think I see more and more guys trying to be like you now on their social media. So I was like, oh, He's a trendsetter.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I like doing everything my own way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was trying to just figure out how to do it my own way. But I mean, honestly, if I didn't have to do it, I would just keep my ass off of social media. But I've kind of enjoyed doing it a little bit more than just because now I kind of navigated a way where I don't have to talk like an idiot in order to get a bunch of attention.
And it makes it a lot easier. Where I noticed the big benefits is during fight week. And when someone can ask you about something that's funny, it's so refreshing. When they're just asking the same question, if you're not out there being funny like you were at your last press conference, it was so awesome. Because they was asking you about what you're doing in your skits, and it's like you could just see the look on your face is like, oh, this is fun. I get to talk about this instead of like, how you gonna beat them?
Yeah. Definitely. I definitely think that's it's more enjoyable in a more natural way of you just being you, right?
So speaking of making fun of yourself, what's the most embarrassing things ever happened to you in your life?
Remember that story I told you earlier about the
Dude,
glass?
you
I'm
gotta
not
know.
saying
Yo,
that.
come
I'm not
on.
I'm not saying that story on here.
Come
Dude,
on,
it's so
Cory.
awesome.
No, maybe in the no, we're not saying that story here. The most
It is
embarrassing
so
thing,
awesome.
The most embarrassing thing. Give me like a
It
area.
doesn't even have to be the most embarrassing, but something that stood out to you that when you're in the public's eye, you're like, oh my gosh, because being a fighter, you're in the public's eye. It doesn't have to come from fighting. Like I'll tell you, one of mine it was very embarrassing, and it at this age, it wouldn't embarrass me, but when I was a kid and I had this motorcycle and I was like so cool in school because I had a motorcycle. And I was riding it home and I was trying to do wheelies and trying to learn how to do wheelies, and I ended up crashing it. And I'm only like 3 blocks away from the school. And my bike's like down in the ditch, so I get it and I roll it out, and then my peg is bent, my handlebar is bent. Dude, I got the helmet on, and dude, within swear to God, like 2 minutes, the ambulance was already coming down the road. It's crazy how fast responders are for like motorcycle accidents. And I remember like when I fell off the bike, it was like slow motion. I hit my ass, my feet are in the air, and I'm like this, and then I was like, oh, I'm going slow enough. I can put my feet down. I put my feet down and just started tumbling. I thought I was going way slower. It was like slow motion. But all my friends and everybody that in school was going by me, and everybody was getting a chuckle. And I'm just like, it's kind of weird because my adrenaline's still going, and I have that adrenaline shot. And dude, when the girls would go by, dude, they would just like be cracking up. Like, do you have the car of like 4 girls, and they go all by, and I know them all. They're all like, no, it's me.
Yeah.
Dude, and so I'm like probably half a mile from my house. It's all back roads. So the cop follows me. He's like, let's just get your bike home. Got it home. I go in the house and my mom's like freaked out. She's like, oh my God, you just had a motorcycle accident. And she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm totally fine. And I was like, I must have like a skid mark or something on my ass, because I could feel the jeans feeling like it's burning my ass, dude. And I walked by my mom and she's like, go get some pants on.
Oh, yeah,
Dude,
you
my
were-
pants, the whole pocket ripped the whole side of my jeans on. And it was funny, when I sat down on the seat to ride home, I thought that was just a cherry that's underneath my fucking like jeans, because I had jeans on. So I was like, oh shit, that's gonna be a bad fucking, that's gonna hurt in the shower. And dude, I had no scratch on my ass. It was just like 1.5 full butt cheeks sticking out, dude, like fully. And no one fucking had the balls to say it. I was so embarrassed going back to school the next day because it was like, I was in 11th grade, but stupid shit. Like, it's so funny how what you think about what your peers think.
Yeah.
No one ever said anything after that. They'd ask me if I was okay, but dude, it all made sense when she's like, put some pants on. Yeah.
What's yours?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you
I
got
don't know
plenty.
mine either. I
got
know.
so
I
many.
mean, I know a ton of times that I've been embarrassed in my life, but they're not like interesting stories. It's just like me not knowing what the fuck was going on, and then me trying to just be something that I'm not, just because I was in a weird environment. That always makes me pretty embarrassed, because I got to do a lot of being in weird environments
Absolutely.
sometimes, and then
And that's why it's fun to hear from like
Yeah.
fighters, because it's like now you're in a moment that you have to deal with, all the ups and downs as a fighter.
anything that I do the first time, I feel like I'm horrible at.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
yeah.
then after I'm like, oh, okay, that's how that thing works, then I feel like I can do good at it. But the first time, I always suck at everything. Interviews, press conferences, literally anything. I'm just like, oh, okay, that's what we were going for there. And then afterwards, I'll be like, well, I looked like an idiot.
Do you remember the first time that you watched yourself either spar or fight? Because that's
No.
something that stood out to me. I was like, every time you feel like you're so horrible, then the first time that you watch, you're like, damn, I did way better than I thought. It's just funny how that is, because your perspective is
It was
inside.
opposite for me. I thought it was way better than that. I actually sucked.
I can picture that from you.
I was like,
dude.
damn, I thought it was
Because
way
you
better
do have this raging confidence to you. He
like,
tells people,
damn.
he's like, dude, I kick Justin's ass all the time.
All the time. And I watch it, I'm like, damn, I got my ass kicked. Well, that kind of brings me up to a new segment. You want to do this new segment with me? Brought to you
Yeah.
by Lucy. All right. Would you rather?
Oh, so would you rather?
Yeah. Right?
Uh,
Would you rather shit your pants in a championship fight
Uh-huh.
or have a malfunction of your fight shorts and they come completely off and all your goods are shown in that championship fight? Which one would you rather do? Shit yourself or have everybody see
Have
you?
everyone see all my stuff.
Damn! He's over there. I don't
Because
know.
that would be funny.
Yeah. I don't
Shit
know.
my pants would
Dude,
just be embarrassing.
That'd be embarrassing.
That
as
would
shit.
be
Like, that's
embarrassing.
like, dude, you just shat yourself. Like that would be on every fucking
Yeah,
everywhere.
but-
But like, if they'd have a blur mark on any news channel you went to, if he was like that. I mean, you see him doing like the helicopter.
I would own that moment.
Yeah, I
if my
bet you
pants
would.
fell off, dude, I'd start owning it.
I
I wouldn't
don't
try
know,
to
dude.
cover it up.
Dude, it's the best.
I don't know. I'd be like, shit. I'm a grower, not a shower, boys.
Yeah,
You know what
it's
I
okay
mean?
to have a tiny peepee. I
It'd
got
be
a tiny
embarrassing.
peepee too.
It'd be
I talk
embarrassing.
about it all the
I
time.
know. I'm like, damn. I'm a
Dude, Luke
grower,
goes
not
like
a
this. He
shower.
goes, dude, I'm not like really gifted, but he's like, dude, it's like, size of a, light switch. And I was like, what? He's like, in the on position. Dude, the way that he said it, dude, it was so
Oh.
awesome.
I gotta tell my wife. I said, hey, listen, I ain't gonna give you 10, but I'll give you 5 twice. Oh, okay. Here's another one. Then here's another one. Just the division that you're in, and none of these guys are champions. Not just guys,
Okay.
personalities you want to fight. Would you rather fight Sean O'Malley or Peter Yan?
For their personality?
Yeah, or just a
Was
fight.
this like an argument?
Yeah,
Like,
just a fight. Just a fight. Who would you rather fight again?
okay, then fight,
or-
not because of a personality.
Not
just
because
who would you
they're-
rather fight?
Not because they're holding the belt or nothing. Just who do you not like majority?
Oh, who do I not like more?
Mhm.
There's like 3 questions there, Luke.
Hey, let's spice it up.
Yeah, there's no getting this one right.
Yeah.
I'd rather fight Jan because I want to get that fight back. That would be mostly the reason. I don't really try to. I don't even put myself in a place where I start disliking any of these
Yeah.
guys. I feel things a lot, and I'm really good at I have a good imagination, so I'm really good at putting myself in other people's shoes. So I don't even really like hate on these guys, even
Yeah.
when they act like idiots. You
Really?
know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm sure I've acted like an idiot at some point too, or I let that thing take me away and I lost myself for like a couple months or whatever for the interview that I had for 15 minutes. So I don't even like, even when people say mean things about me, I'm like, I know you don't mean that. You're just
Right.
being a dick because you think that that's what
It's
you're
the
supposed
fight
to do,
game, yeah.
you know, but I know that you don't mean it. So I don't hate anyone or dislike anyone, even like the really cringe characters, you know, that we have in the UFC. I'm just like, I get it, man. You're just trying to like up your
Sell
money
fights,
and
yeah.
you're just trying to sell fights, and I kind of get it.
Yeah.
So I don't take anything personal, really.
In this point of your career, who would you like to fight? Who would be the fun guy to fight?
Yeah, I mean, O'Malley is definitely the guy that there is to fight. Everyone's talking about that fight. There's no reason not to do it. I'm coming off of a really close fight with Marab where it was a super competitive fight. Still lost, but it was a very competitive fight. He's coming off of getting finished by Marab.
Twice.
Yeah.
Well, he got finished once.
got
but
finished
yeah,
once,
and
but
the
lost
other
to
one,
him
yep.
twice. And then that's the fight that everyone's calling for. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, and
that
he just beat Song, so he's you know.
Oh, that's right. He did
there's-
beat Song.
So
yeah.
that's it. I think you guys are both at a good position. You know, the Jan fight. I do think we need another fight before we get to a title shot.
Yeah.
But I think that's a fun fight. I know, so I don't have social media. I have YouTube. So sometimes I'll see things, and I see a lot of times fans, talking about that fight. And I know you have said it. A lot of the people I'm around are like, dude, everybody wants to see that fight.
Yeah.
I think that would be just such a fun fight, though.
It is too. I mean, even when you look at I try not to be a hater and be a jealous person or whatever, but I'm like, yo, why are we not talking about me and Jan fighting again when me and Jan had a killer fight?
Yeah.
It was a performance of the night. It was 5 rounds. Like, we had a killer fight. Sean got finished by Marab, and then after that, barely beat Song, and I finished Song.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, I broke his orbital and I cut his eye. I put Song in surgery the next time. You know what I mean? So it's like,
give me a little bit of freaking credit.
Let's
God
go.
damn it.
You know?
But yeah, so, but I can't let that stuff enter into my head, or else I'll just be a jaded, jealous, like mean person all the time. So, but yeah, that's the fight that there is to make.
I honestly, as a fan of the sport, I will really want to see O'Malley and you.
Mm-hmm.
I really think that would be a showdown.
Totally.
Yeah.
Just waiting for them to say okay.
Would
That'd be
you
fun.
would you like to fight that at the White House?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think that Sean would bite on that too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, who wouldn't want to fight? That fight is gonna get so many views. Like the last one at Paramount Plus got like 7 million viewers or whatever.
Yeah,
Dude,
7.18.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine what the White House card is going to get.
Yeah.
You know, people that are going to tune in from other sports just because it's a once-in-a-lifetime event. I bet you it'll be around like 14, 15 million people
Yeah.
watching, you know?
Dude, I'm buying Luke a suit. I'm gonna get him some glasses, dude. He's gonna get out the car. The black car that we get out of when we're at the White House. He's gonna be like, hey,
Dude, that would be so
our
funny.
Breaker 9. I honestly, I hope we get that. I mean, it sounds like it's, Justin's going to get that,
Yeah.
I mean, he should. That is like, who would have ever thought my ass would go
Oh, to the White House.
White House.
Dude,
dude,
that's
I
so
don't.
funny.
I don't think you're gonna be allowed to be in the
Yeah,
corner,
bro,
dude. If
they
I
might
looked
not
at your
let you.
background,
I'm going to be like, Mexican Americano. Dude, that's going to be so awesome. I was telling my buddies the other day, I said, I think I would like to find out where Bill Clinton got his, knob sucked on, and I could, reenact that.
With who?
see, that's
Hey,
why they're not gonna let you in there. They'll be like, why? What is he doing? We just opened up the door and there's this guy in there with a cigar, and we popped in quick, and you heard. He's like, oh, sorry, just practicing.
I don't know. I think it'd be just sweet. I mean, especially if they really do walk out of the Oval Office, like that's something
Yeah,
like
that'd be
crazy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's nuts. I
So
don't
what
know.
is the Oval Office? Is that where like the president sits in that little? Where he's got the little red
All the presidents.
carpet? Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I was
just
wondering what the
for-
Oval Office
Yeah,
is. I
it's
don't
just
know.
something historical and crazy, right? Like that'd be nuts.
Yeah.
You wanted to go to the anal office, huh?
No.
They probably got one of those
So
in the basement.
right? Yeah, I guarantee you they have something in
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
yeah. We saw you after Justin's last fight, and we saw you and Banks there at when we walked going back in the locker room after we won, and we look over, you guys are just jumping up and down, and I was like, oh shit, because I didn't know if you were coming or not, but then you were like, because you were undecided yet if you were gonna make it, and when I seen you, dude, the joy of you guys' face, dude,
It was so awesome.
it was so freaking.
It was
aw-
so
it's like
awesome, dude.
You really it felt like you won that fight.
Oh, yeah,
you know
totally.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Totally, totally.
And
It's the
that's
best.
just something that it's pure and raw emotion. But I just, of course I'm on cloud 9 too, and I see you, and then you guys get to go in the back room with
Yeah.
us. Like, what was that like watching Justin win that fight? And that,
Yeah, it was. I sat right behind his family, which
Yeah.
was cool.
Yeah.
Because now I know Gaethje's parents a little bit, so that's nice. And then I got to just sit by his brother and his sister
Yeah.
and poor family though.
Dude, it's so
watching-
hard
I
for the
know,
families,
I
right?
know,
God,
I
the
know.
stress that it causes. Like,
Especially Justin Gaethje's family.
Dude.
you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, because his fights get brutal, but yeah, it was awesome, man. It like you said, it felt like I kind of won in a way, even though me and Gaethje are kind of
Yeah.
new friends a little bit. It feels like, even though I've known him for a really long time. This is obviously I'm spending a decent amount of time with him now, so yeah, it was cool. And then winning the title is a really big deal.
Yeah.
So that was the one. I was really busy trying to launch the gym
Yep.
that we got opening on February 14th, Tiger Beetle Martial Arts in Centennial, Colorado. But I was just busy with that. But when I was like, am I going to go out to the fight? I was like, dude, I'm not going to miss him winning the thing and then all of the fun stuff,
Yeah.
it was awesome.
Yeah, winning the belt's a giant deal,
Yeah, it's-
Yeah, he had said that he was not going to be there, and then the day of or a day before, I got a message from Cory. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to end up coming out."
Yeah.
So I was just like, "Cool." I stayed to myself in the room. I didn't tell anybody, so it was like a great. It was a surprise for me because I forgot about it. And then when I see you, right as we turned the corner, I was like, "There it is!" I went and told the whole family to come in the octagon. I would have told you guys if I would have seen you. But we get out of the octagon, we're walking, and I'm like, bro, I could just see you and Banks over there,
Smiling.
dude.
I know,
Just
he was
so
awesome.
happy, bro.
It was literally
It was like
awesome.
awesome.
I
Yeah.
was like, damn, man,
That
they
was
are
cool.
because we see you every day, right? Like here in
We're a fight family, and
Yeah.
a fight family, it's real, and that was just cool because you got business to do, and
Yep.
no one expects anything. Like we don't expect you to be there, and we know you're going to be in there with spirit, But it was just really cool, and that's just it's fun sharing those times.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I wanted to say that was cool the way you showed
It
up
was
there
super cool.
and having you come in the background. And I know it was like, if it was nice for everybody
Hell yeah.
having you guys there. So it was definitely cool. Speaking of that, you were talking about, you got a project going on right now. You and Banks are ready to launch a new gym here in Colorado. Tell us about it. What is it?
So the gym is called Tiger Beetle Martial Arts. It's going to be in Centennial, kind of off of Arapahoe and 25 area. So a little bit south of Denver, but
Right.
not crazy far from Denver. So, but yeah, it's 5,000 square feet. It's going to be
Yeah.
awesome. It's going to be for kids, adults, experienced people, not experienced people, kickboxing program, jiu-jitsu/wrestling program, MMA program, and then obviously a lot of the pro guys are going to be training over there and sparring there, myself included. So, yeah, we're really excited about it. We've had like a really busy last 10
Yeah.
days or so trying to get it all set up and stuff. People are calling us crazy for like opening up 2 weeks after we got keys, but
You're
it's
doing
not
it.
that hard.
Yeah,
You know?
as long as you
just
get
gotta-
mats down.
Yeah, you just got to paint
Yeah.
the thing and have mats. You know,
Yeah.
it's just a big rectangle.
It's a lot of work,
with-
though. It is a ton of work.
Yeah,
once you get into
yeah.
it.
It's like all the little things that start to add up or whatever. But
Is this something you've always wanted to do in your
Ye-
career? Is own a gym?
yeah, definitely. I mean, man, I've been obsessed with this thing since I started watching it on TV at like 16, 17 years old. So I like the idea of me. I kind of see myself as like one of the first generations of fighter that understands everything really well, because I had to do all of the things, So I really like being on the forefront of incorporating everything in a good way. But then also, man, I've had such good coaching that I feel like I have really good stuff to pass along to
Yep.
people,
Yeah.
like you, Christian, Ryan, Elliot, even like so many really, really good
Yeah.
coaches coming up, and yeah, I just want to pass along all of
What
that
you've
stuff that I
done,
feel
yeah.
like I've learned.
And getting to have it all in one house, because that's one thing. When I was running gyms, it was like, hey,
Yeah, that's
you
another
do
thing.
jujitsu at one gym, you go and do strength conditioning at another gym. Like he's gonna have it all in house. It's beautiful. Seeing it get put together is awesome. Seeing Carrington Banks be able to have something that's his, because him as a coach, he's one of those guys that he gives so much to all of his athletes. I can't wait to see him running programs for whether it's with the kids or it's just overseeing it. But he's just so deserving of it. One of the best coaches I've ever worked with. Like Carrington Banks is so intelligent, and from an MMA aspect, I know he comes from a deep pedigree of wrestling.
Yeah.
But I love him working with all my guys. Like he helped Justin for this last fight, and the little things that he helped with was such huge pieces in this fight.
Yeah.
He's so good at the little details, and man, I'm excited for you. But you
Yeah.
got your hands in a lot of things, so I think it's cool for you. And you've always been that gym guy. Like you're already coaching people. You already got guys that are underneath you, so that you've already been doing that piece. But being able to have your own thing and
Yeah,
grow
it's
with
nice,
someone,
yeah.
especially that's so deserving like
Yeah.
Carrington.
Well,
it's
I
really
would
cool.
I would have done it earlier if I had someone like Banks
Yeah.
earlier. You know what I mean? But like doing a business partnership is kind of like being married to the person.
You have to
and-
trust them totally.
Yeah. So I didn't really have anyone like that before. So now that I kind of have Banks, who I know is going to be responsible, who I can fully trust and know will never do anything to harm me. Yeah, it just
Absolutely.
works.
Well, that's just one thing I want to say too. Is like Carrington Banks literally has a smile, and he's such a good people person, just like yourself. Like you guys could literally beat the shit out of anybody, but your personalities are so like to the kids are gonna love you. The adults are gonna love you. Anybody that becomes a member at your guys' gym is gonna just love your guys' system. I guarantee you that. Just because I'm gonna be a little butthurt about it because you guys are gonna be at your gym doing your stuff now. Because I love having Carrington here and you hear a lot of the times and your classes going on here. Like I enjoyed that energy that he brings.
So what Luke is talking about, we invited them because this is a professional facility only by invite, and we don't charge anybody, and it's just everything is on hand for you. But they had a situation where their doors weren't going to open for a little bit longer. They had to get some stuff done in the building prior. So I was like, come on out. We just got everything put together. So having them here and just getting to see the environment of everybody was really cool. To have that many people in here using all the cool stuff with the saunas and things like that. But it's really cool to be at the point where you guys got the keys, the mats are being laid. Like it's such a fun feeling. I told Banks, I said, when you first get the keys, you're probably just going to show up at nighttime and just walk around and turn on the lights and dream a little bit. That's really cool.
Well, Trevor, you had many gyms and operated them, and you just from your experience, what piece of advice would you give this guy now?
So we talked a little bit about it today. Is don't get too big, and getting too big. It's fun to get big. Like I remember, I ended up going from like a 6,000 square foot facility to a 13,000 square foot facility, and I did that purposely because our athletes who were sparring, it's like we already had a ton of members, but our athletes were sparring and running into each other in sparring. So I needed more floor space for the amount of pros that we had. So I did it for that reason, which now I have to get more members. And when you get to a certain point, it's so stressful. I was working 7 days a week. I didn't make any of my son's lacrosse games or practices because, you pretty much have to run the gym and all the evening classes, things like that. So I had with 15 coaches, like it was so much. I just got to the point where if I were to do it again, my favorite time was when I had the first grudge. And dude, it was like, I think it was 5,000 square feet, not 6,000. And it was so perfectly sized. There was no stress. We were making a ton of money and you didn't need to get like, not like a ton of money. Like I could pay my coaches and I could pay me a salary. And that's good for a gym that I was doing. And we were a fight gym, like mainly a fight gym. And I had to be able to put that together. So I enjoyed that. Where my other boxing gyms, I was paying off all the rent through all the purse money I was making. So I wasn't making money. I was like, giving. So that was like the perfect size. And I think it's just fun where you can do something and say, hey, if we want to do another one, let's find another person who wants to run it. Let's open another one. And then you can have that. But when you start to get too many people around each other and different vibes and different cliques, like, dude, it gets very hard from that standpoint. And for me, the hard part is I want to give everybody my attention. And I would just I was so worn down. I was just like, man, I have meetings with people all the time. I want to help them. You give to them. And some people, take it and learn. Some people just listen to you and they're like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And then you see them fail again. And you're like, oh, it is a decision. So there's a lot of fun parts to it, but I'm just glad. I think it's an awesome thing. I ran 7 different gyms for over 20 years. So
Damn.
Yeah, fun. Cool stuff.
I don't know. I'm excited for you, Cory. I really am for you guys. Once again, it's a grand opening, or you guys are just going to launch the doors up?
Yeah,
here?
the grand opening is going to be February 14th. If this comes out.
Damn, Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
dude. Clinch. They're doing the clinch. Everybody's going to be in there hugging. Oh, damn.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's wrap this up, but I want to do this next segment.
What are you doing?
Okay, we got little Terrence. You got some questions for us, bud?
Yep.
These are some sour candies.
Sour?
Sour.
All right.
They're not bad. So here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna answer his questions. The loser. I don't know how you want to do that, Terrence. You had the
If you
idea.
get it wrong, you just take a handful.
Okay.
A handful.
Yeah.
There's-
They're not extremely sour, but when you do a handful, they
they're-
can be a little sour. They're
You
dried
gotta look
blueberries.
at the back thing. There's nothing bad in there.
Can I ask the purpose?
I just want to know what makes
Just
them
is
sour.
it going to make my face go all puckery?
Yep. All right.
We'll see how
everybody
tough you
open?
are.
All right. Well, Cory's gonna go first, then me, and then Trevor.
Did you already try one? Did he try one?
You got it.
See, he
You
knows
try
what to
one?
expect.
It's pretty sour.
So you have to
Is
do
it?
the whole bag. We
I
all
get-
get 3 questions. You got to do the whole bag.
That's going to be pretty sour.
No, you guys all answered the same questions. And
I'll
whoever
answer the
gets
same question. Okay, here we go.
So wait, so whoever gets it wrong has to do it?
Yep.
You're going to be eating a lot.
Dude.
Can I cheat? Can I phone a friend?
No. Phone's on the table. No
All right,
searching shit
re-
up.
Ready? I'm ready. I got a handful of them. What a
Okay.
handful of
All
them.
right. First one. A is the most common letter used in the English language. A.
Wrong.
A is the most common used letter?
Yep. In the English language.
No.
I'm gonna say false.
All right. You guys are all right. It is E.
If we were in Canada,
You just copied us, bro.
we-
You got to
Yeah.
answer first.
Yeah,
Hey,
bro,
now,
come
now
on.
I'll answer first. Now, if this was Canada, we'd be like, hey, you know. 'cause
What's the most
That's
used?
true.
What's the most used letter in our fight team? Gaethje's fight team. For Luke, I. Huh,
No,
dude, you're not a team player at
I'm
all,
always a
dude.
team
You're
player.
you seriously. It's always about Luke. Like he's
Let's
the
go.
star of the show.
No.
Yeah.
Next question.
All right. Next one.
I'll answer first.
In a deck of cards, the king has a mustache.
I have no idea.
True.
False.
I don't even know if I've ever seen a king on a card. I don't play. I'm gonna say false. He don't have a.
It is false.
It's the J that has the.
Damn.
Isn't it? Is the J guy that has the
The
mustache?
Jo-
He might, yeah.
Joker.
No, the queen.
No, Jack.
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 So I lost.
Yes.
Yep.
Fine.
Handful.
Yeah.
See, they don't look that bad.
No, bro.
No,
Oh my god,
they're pretty sour.
that's too much, bro. Oh my.
Did you do the whole bag?
They did a big. He pukes at everything.
He
You
put-
remember the time when we had the pepper in London, dude,
Yeah.
and he was puking all around the whole yard. He was like the dog that gets sick and you like it starts to throw up in your house and you grab it and just throw it outside.
No.
Dude, he was just like he'd go 3 steps and puke,
Oh.
3 steps and puke.
Give me another one.
Jim.
They gotta get one in.
Why
do
you
you another
puke so
one?
much?
Why,
Every time.
dude?
All right, the
s-
next
7 times at Justin's fight day.
Something
7
wrong with
times.
your tongue? You got a big tongue?
He gags.
You got
No,
a big,
I don't know what it
little
was.
dangly thing?
I just care about him. I worry.
All right, next
We
one.
need to get someone that pukes for you. It makes you feel. It makes the fighter feel so good. They're like, yeah, you really care.
Go, give it to him.
All right. In
Why
the
do you want
Eng-
me to freaking get it?
In the English language, no word rhymes with orange.
You're like orange, morange,
Yeah,
florange.
dude, 100%, dude. You know me, dude. I've got a fucking rap song going on right now on my shit, but they're not all words. They're all like made up words. Orange.
True or false?
Dude, you're so funny. False. There's got to be a word.
I'm gonna say
I don't know what
True.
it is.
It's true.
It's true?
It's true.
ah! In the mouth. Oh, he's doing it.
Oh, bad. All right.
Yeah, they're.
You're racist?
Blueberries.
Who thinks of something like this? Is
No,
this a
no,
sponsor?
me and Jared.
Is this a
No.
sponsor?
Yeah, we
No,
need
we
to
tried-
start doing this.
We tried getting this most sour stuff. I think warheads have those beat.
Go,
Yeah.
get bucket. Give me a fucking bucket.
Damn, is that bad?
Bucket. Excuse my language.
Give him the bucket.
Holy
just
shit,
got- I
those
just
are
got
super
lighted.
sour.
Yeah.
All right, do
Oh,
one.
we got a couple more. A cross between a horse and a zebra is called a hobra. Hobra.
What?
False.
A cross between a horse and a zebra is called a hobra.
You said false?
Mm.
I'll say true.
I'll go true.
It is false.
Damn, this guy's smart.
Stupid asses. Just kidding. I'll do it with you guys.
All right, Eddie, let's do it. Wrap it up with this one.
It's called a zorse. Just so you guys know.
A zorse?
A zorse.
That's cool. Oh, you did it.
Whoa, this is
Isn't that like when you take like a Shih Tzu and a bulldog and you breed them and get a bullshit? What's
Yep.
that from?
oh my
What's that from?
God.
It's so bad.
You're good. You can do that?
There's no way to swallow that.
The blueberries are kind of gross tasting though.
That's so
Yeah.
sick.
They're not that bad.
What are you talking about?
I
You know what that
didn't
tastes
think
like?
they were bad.
You know, if you were at the airport and you got the escalator
Mm.
and that little black handle piece, if you were just to go like this, is that black handle just rolls all the way through and you go. That's what I think that would taste like. You know, the one cleaner goes by every day and wipes it down with a certain chemical. That's like tastes like chemical.
I did it.
Yeah, I can't believe you swallowed that,
I did. I just did.
dude. You're
not that bad.
oh my
We're
god. You
almost done.
imagine
The
We're almost done.
blueberries just
No
are
more.
gross.
No
No
more,
more?
dude. No more.
Dried
I'm done with
blueberries are
these.
gross.
those
I'm
are
done with
nasty,
these.
bro.
Here's the
They
question
like
I
burn
want.
my cracked lips.
This is the question. Those are horrible. These are
I kind
horrible.
of like it.
I didn't think
Take
they
them
were that
home,
bad.
buddy. Here's the
They're
question.
those are bad.
Oh, here's the next question. I want your Mount Rushmore of movies and a Mount Rushmore of MMA fighters.
Mm. Movies?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good Burger.
Ooh, welcome to
Seen
Good
it.
Burger, the home of the Good Burger magic. Order, please.
Uh-huh.
I never seen it.
It's good.
What?
What?
A 90s flick.
It's good.
You'll like it. Good Burger. Remember the Titans.
Never seen it.
What?
Mm. Vikings, the TV show.
You haven't seen that?
It's another movie I like.
Come on.
Probably something by Jim Carrey.
Okay. Liar, liar. That's a good one.
Liar Liar is pretty good.
The
Or like-
goddamn pen is blue.
Or probably like Too Fast, Too Furious. I
Oh, really,
I
dude?
like
What?
that movie, dude.
Oh my Atlantis!
Wait, which one?
I know it's not that good.
Which one? Just
Oh.
the whole.
I think Too Fast, Too Furious.
Which
Oh,
one is that
that
one?
is-
Is that like the 5th one?
No. That's number 2.
Oh, number
Right.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first 3, those
Yeah,
are the
yeah.
those are the good ones, and then they got real cheesy.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
I,
they're
yeah,
all
you
cheesy.
drive so good.
I don't know.
Like when we come home
So
from
good.
Red Rocks and he's like following me, dude, he's just doing the speed limit. And he's got like a car that looks like it'd be fast, no peeling out, no nothing.
Who's your Mount Rushmore of MMA?
Mm.
Could be old, past, whatever. Now active. Yeah, I don't know how you're still eating those, bud.
Dude, he likes
I like
them.
something about it.
Yeah,
Dude, it makes my teeth hurt.
dude, it hurt me.
DJ, Anderson Silva, John Jones is really good. George St. Pierre.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
those are damn good ones. Damn
Mhm.
good ones. I don't know. The only thing I have to say that I didn't agree with you on the Mount Rushmore for movies. You got to have Denzel Washington in there.
Oh, yeah,
somewhere.
like Training Day.
yeah, dude,
Training
that
Day.
guy's the
Yeah, that's
G.
probably my favorite
Yeah.
Denzel Washington.
Never
movie.
seen that one either.
Oh,
Training
you
Day?
haven't seen Training Day?
No.
You got homework, Trevor. You got to catch up, dude. That one, to me, I think Denzel's probably the all-time one of the best actors out there.
Yeah. That's my list of probably old stuff.
Yeah.
I got probably a new list
Version.
of movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Bologna? What, how do you say it?
Begonia.
Bologna? No, it's Begonia.
The new
That's-
Frankenstein was sick.
It was?
Yeah.
Frankenstein?
The new Frankenstein
haven't
is
seen
on
that.
Netflix, I think.
What's
Really?
the old comedy one where it's got what's his name in it? Who's the dude with the hunch? Oh, that's a good one. What was the fucking...
Scary movie?
No, it's Frankenstein, but it's old Frankenstein.
I don't
That's
know.
it's stupid comedy.
I don't know. I, haven't
I like
seen that
comedies.
one. Yeah.
You're not talking about the guy with the hand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
scary
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, the mashed
Scary
potato head? He's
movies.
like,
Eat
who wants the mashed potato? That's my strong hand. He's like, grab my hand when he's falling off the roof. Grab the hand. He's like, that's
That
my
was a
strong
scary
hand.
movie, right? Yeah,
That was a scary
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
Harold and Kumar is good too.
Yeah, that one's a good
What-
He
one.
has
was it
a
called?
Weird guy. You never seen Harold and Kumar either?
What?
No, I've never seen it.
Dude, what are you
What?
living underneath a rock?
I like comedies. If it is a comedy,
That's definitely a
that was a comedy?
Yeah, it's a funny one.
Yeah, so that being said, Corey, what else do you have lined up? Anything?
Nothing
Any fight
really.
news yet?
No, no fight news. I have a couple comic books that I'm getting illustrated right now. That'll
What?
be fun. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, they're pretty cool. I think that they'll be pretty cool. But I'm working on that. That's kind of what I do in my free time, and then I have a super secret business that
It's gonna be sweet.
that Coach knows
gonna be
about.
sweet,
I'll
yeah.
I'll show it to you
Yeah.
afterwards. It's
Cool.
not
Yeah.
ready for the world.
I'm
It's not ready for the world, but the world is going to be ready for it.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
it's gonna be
awesome.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. It's
Yeah,
cool, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, hey, like I said, you have many things going on in your life: comic books, gyms, titles coming up. Like I truly believe you will become a world champion before it's all over with.
Yeah, me too.
Mark my word. I will say it. Quote it, baby. Quote
Yeah,
that,
absolutely.
baby. I believe it because I just truly think you're going to do it. All right. Well, that being said, you have anything else you want to?
No, man.
Oh,
I mean,
good.
shit. It's
I know
fun
this
being
fool
here with
probably
Corey.
wants to get back training and everything. I just want to say, really enjoyed your time. I love having you around here, and yeah, man, just thanks for always coming in and being cool with us.
Damn, you got double nuts?
I got
Peace.
the double nut.
He got the dove nuts.
All right, we out.
Sucker.
Yeah, that's a new one.